Dimples. We are here every Monday. This is the Daily Dish. We are here every Monday. And I said every Monday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. What do we do here? We talk about celebrity juice, gossip, and tea. We talk about what's trending, okay? You all, thank you for the favor, Joe. I get information, myself and my correspondents, we get information that's already being generated. So we do not make up information. We do not create information. It is what is already generated, and we bring it to you and we talk about it. So thank you so much. Please, during this time, there will be no dating, okay? You will not try to date me. This show is from between 2 p.m. and 3 p.m. So during this time, please, as guests or correspondents, there will be no smoking, drinking. There will be no cursing in the window. This is really important because it is featured. Is so many people that are coming into the show. So the only request from the promoters on this platform is that there's no drinking, smoking, cursing in the box. So thank you so much. Oh my gosh, you all. So guess what? We have some phenomenal guests. Hello. We have phenomenal guests today. Hello, Goober, King Goober. Great, great, great guest, y'all. Yes. Oh, also, real quick, so please, warning. Please be respectful to myself and be respectful to my correspondents, co-hosts, and guests. Please, please, because you will be removed, okay? You will be removed. So listen, during this time, yes, and guess what? I don't want anyone to be removed, but if you're disrespectful, if you have anti-Semitic, racist, like homophobic, there's no issues or cracks against the LGBTQ community. So please make sure you're respectful, okay? Be respectful. It is okay to have an opinion, but it's not okay to bash or to really be disrespectful to a race, a gender. So we don't do that here. So you will be removed. And I actually want you to stay. Okay. So please make sure you behave. Oh my goodness. So listen, you all. Okay, let's get started. This is the Daily Dish with Dimples. We are here every Monday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Oh my goodness. And I'm so happy that you're here. So let's talk about it because we have an amazing guest and I'll be calling him up very shortly, but let's get into it. All right. So Jeff Bezos got married. He got married. Did y'all know he got married? Tora, Rodrigo, Miracle. Thank you. So yes, Jeff Bezos is married, officially married. And I'm telling y'all, it was a star-studded thing. You saw Oprah Winfrey. First of all, they were in Venice, Italy. Venice, Italy. Big time. Venice, Italy. You talking about, we had the Oprah, we had Gail, we had Tom Brady, we had Leonardo DiCaprio, we had the Kardashians, we had their mom, we had Kardashian's mom, boyfriend, Ryan, Azad, Tia, welcome. Everyone, if you're new here, please hit the star at the top to favorite me. Listen, please make sure you do that because I do not want you all to miss any information. Everything is going amazing. We have a talk show happening right now, 2 p.m. on Mondays. And listen, to talk about it, we just bring juice, gossip, and the tea about what's going on. Hey, what's up? Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. We bring juice, gossip, and the tea because guess what? We be here a lot and we miss a whole lot. So I'm super excited to bring some tea to you. So we have the Bezos. Jeff Bezos was married to his new wife. Yes, his new wife, Queen Lala, married to his new wife over the weekend in Venice, and guess what? It was star-studded, and this is the crazy thing. Well, people were saying that Bar, good to see you. People were saying, did he have any friends? Welcome, everyone. This is Daily Dish. We're here as a talk show. Please make sure you're respectful to my guests and myself. Right, hit the star at the top. We're going to reach this goal today. Thank you so much for being here. Jeff Bezos, he got married again. Now, listen, some people are just not a fan of his new wife, okay? Just not a fan. However, she looked beautiful. It was a star-studded event. Yes, thank you. She looked beautiful. It was a star-studded event. And the who of the who's was there. Now, listen, the question was, does Bezos really even have friends? All of them were like celebrities. He's $1 billion guy, right? So, yes, all the celebrities were there. It was no stops. And it was exciting. So let's see. I don't know if he has thank you so much for coming, Predator. Welcome, Jack. I don't know if he has a prenup. I do not know if he has, I saw Bill Gates. Oh my gosh, yes. Thank you, Nabby. I saw Bill Gates. It was gangster. I saw Bill Gates for real, for real. So so I saw on the, blogs, like, does he have any real friends? I mean, like, all of them were like, I mean, you have techs, you have moguls, but you have stars. So, I mean, he rolled out the stops. It was amazing. I mean, she looked beautiful. She as of one appears to have had a good amount of plastic surgery. Okay, so I don't know if y'all see her like in that light, but yeah, the Kardashians for sure. But she came looking beautiful. She was covered up in her wedding dress. She looked great. Okay, she looked great. It was money, 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 money flowing. Okay, big money flowing. Listen, everyone, welcome. This is the Daily Dish with Dimples. We are here every Monday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please make sure you favorite my admin. I have a new general admin that is in the building. Two admins. We have general admin. We have Savage Wheezy. Thank you, Kashi. We have Savage Wheezy. Please make sure that you favorite Savage Wheezy. He is my general admin. We also have Ella A. Yes, she is also another month admin. Y'all, we had to get an admin team. It is real in the field. It is real. So today, thank you. Today y'all, we have an amazing guest. I'm super excited. If my amazing guest, my first amazing guest could request the box, I would be so elated. If you can request the box, he knows who he is. I'm super excited that he's here for the first time ever. So you all, what are this show, there's no show like this show at 2 p.m. Mondays. And guess what? We have correspondents, the side D wrestling correspondent. Like, we have people who are content creators, and I'm super, super duper excited. Yes. Yo, I'm super excited because you know what, you all? I've known this gentleman for some time, and he is dope. He is the bomb. I need you all to make sure, like, he's a content creator, right? A content creator, you all. Like, so if you're interested in being a guest on the show, please make sure you see myself or my admin, Savage Wheezy. Listen, this gentleman is the bomb, right? So he is a streamer, he is an actor, he is a content creator on multiple platforms, and I am super, super excited. I've known him for like, I feel like over 2 years, right? It's been some time, maybe over two, maybe over three, I don't know. But I'm super excited because he is a guest for the first time today. Yes, he is an actor. And so if you all have connects, if you have contacts, please, when he gets in here, make sure you favorite him. Make sure you follow him on IG. I know his IG is in his profile. Introducing my guy, friend of mine, to the show for the first time on the Daily Dish with Dimples. It is Mr. 6'6". Hello.
What's up? What's up? What's up, Dumples? How you doing?
Hello. It is so, so good to see you. First of all, thank you so much. It is an honor. Everyone, please make sure that y'all favorite this man right here. When I'm telling you, like, he is an actor, there's no aspiring about it. He is in his craft, he is auditioning, he is making, listen, the craft is the craft and it's the journey. So I'm super excited to see him work, to see what he's doing, to see what he's going to do. Oh, him so handsome. Yes, make sure you favorite him. His name is Mr. 6.6, and I'm super excited. Thank you for being here. How are you doing today?
I'm good. I'm good, Dumples. How are you? I appreciate you having me.
Of course, of course, of course. So listen, everyone, welcome. Please make sure you favorite myself. Make sure you touch to favorite 6'6", Mr. 6'6". Press his name and hit favorite. So listen, we talk about celebrity juice, gossip, and tea. And the tea this has been the daily ditty with Dimples for like weeks. Okay. And I love to be able to talk to a Black man of color when it comes to Diddy, because he's a Black man of color, but he's also a Black man of color that has been, some say conspired against, like the R. Kellys, like the Bill Cosbys, and so forth, like that. So I like to be able to talk with men of color. No offense to of anyone that's not a man of color. However, this is a man of color, and it pertains particularly to this. So I want to hear your input. When you hear Diddy or just this case, what's your initial? What has been your initial thoughts? Because I don't have some questions to ask you, and I have some tea to talk about. Do you have any initial thoughts that you want to say, or do you want me to just jump into the tea?
I mean, honestly, I think for one, just the whole breakdown from beginning to end has been comical.
Okay.
Um, the whole scene of the initial pull up to the house with SWAT and everybody, and the sons on the outside in handcuffs, starting there,
Okay.
to locking them up without bail, not letting them leave the country, to the court dates coming and seeing how he looks in court, to everything playing out, how they play out, how it played out, all of the videos, all of the pictures and the information, and then for the defense not to even take the stand. It's been really weird. So I'm really intrigued to see what the jurors are going to determine, but it's been a lot.
It has been a lot. And you know what? Thank you so much for that, everyone. Listen, thank you so much for the gifts. Thank you for the being here. Thank you for the favorites. So check this out. I love how that was a great synopsis because it has been a lot. So what do we have? So if you all have been hiding underneath whatever you've been hiding underneath, Sean Puffy Diddy Combs is charged with racketeering conspiracy, 2 counts of sex trafficking, and 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution. We have had 7 weeks of testimonies from at least 34 witnesses, okay, and they include ex-girlfriends, former employees, and other people that are connected. And this is allegedly. This is very important that you said allegedly, Nabby, because allegedly it says this is alleged. People are innocent until proven guilty. So, being so Mr. 6'6" has mentioned they are deliberating. So today, the jury has been has received instructions. They have received instructions to deliberate. So what do we have here? Today, this Monday, Judge Arun, for more than 1 hour, provided instructions to the jury. Now, what did he say during the jury? Now, this is where the law comes in, and this is where fairness is supposed to come in. The instructions said for 8 men, 4 women. He said, in quotes, actions may speak louder than words. He said, decide how credible they found each witness. These are instructions, right? And it said, the evidence is the testimony. Also, he mentioned people given immunity should be examined with greater care. That was in quotes, right? This is from the judge. The judge has been given these. Certain witnesses were permitted pseudonyms meaning the Jane Does and so forth. And he said that should bear on your evaluation of credibility, the fact that they had pseudonyms, right? So this is a judge. A judge is supposed to be an impartial body, which is why he was chosen. They are chosen. Another one of the instructions, the defendant, because Diddy did not testify, he stated in his instructions the defendant had no responsibility to testify. You must not attach significance to that. And also was told this needs to be unanimous and do not read any news reports about the trial. Okay, so these are amongst the instructions, right? So the instructions are going to be towards the judge is going to say, hey, these are what I need you to follow, right? So when you talk about being treated, right, and I mean, fairly, we talked about a list of things that they are to consider and not consider. So, I mean, the judge, based off hearing some of his instructions, do you feel that those are some fair or some basic level like instructions that should promote fairness? Everyone, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Y'all, this is the Daily Dish with Dimples. We'll be here every Monday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Right now, we're talking to Mr. 6'6" on Diddy, and the jury is now been deliberated. They gotten instructions, and we are talking about that now. Do you think some of these are just fair? Do you think that they are making sense to you? Do you feel like they're aligned with some of the things that you just said about, being attacked as what he's been and what he's been through?
It has to suit both sides. Like it has to the when they're deliberating, it has to lean to the defense as well as the prosecution. It can't be heavily the instructions can't heavily push either,
Direction.
So it seems fair, even though people may hear anything in benefit of Diddy being unfair. I think that's what makes it most fair, especially if they're in their deliberations, they still come back and find him guilty. So I think a lot of this stuff is gonna get thrown out. It ain't gonna stick. A lot of it just they don't have enough. But you know, it's definitely gonna taint his image. It's definitely gonna cost him some money.
Right,
Um,
right.
and that's ultimately, I think, what they wanted to do anyway.
Now listen, everyone. I am super excited. Now listen, you all. There is a segment, Sister Precious. You have requested the box. We have an opportunity for people that may not have been slated for opinions and so forth like that to come in and give your opinions. So please hold on for 1 second. Stay in the box because after I speak with 6'6", I want to bring you in. So please stay in the box because she's a woman, but she does a woman of color, but has some opinions on this as well. Okay, so let's talk about it. The fact is, some things were thrown out.
Hmm.
They threw out. If you all are not know about this or not, when they rest or before they rest, after they rest, the prosecution threw out at least three. One of which was arson and maybe kidnapping. So there was two. Yes, there was two. Yes, because Precious, I want to hear what you have to say. So please stay in the box. If you come back, please come back. So there were at least arson and kidnapping that was thrown out. So these are some of the things that you were saying would not stick or what have you. So that's just to show what, just what you're saying in terms of is everything based. Yes, it's all based on character, not much evidence. What's your response to even them? I mean, like
I
throwing
mean,
out.
the more that you throw at them, the you're trying to get the more you want these large these more serious crimes. You want them to stick, especially with the evidence, with the people that you've had come forward. Um, I think the Jane Doe's of it all. I think that's where him making that statement and asking them to be cognizant that these people didn't come forward putting their name on their testimonies. You know what I'm saying? Because again, if it's come out to this point, what's the secrecy? What's the continued hiding? It's again now that would just speak to your further involvement in something even more, right? And
Right.
then to see how many other actors, um, music producers, people have disappeared,
Yeah.
just have been MIA on vacation, just laying low since all of this has happened. I mean, it speaks a lot to the credibility. So I do believe he did a lot of the stuff. But as far as pinning him down, um, when it's going to then set precedent for so many other people to get taken, I don't know that they're going to let it happen.
Okay, Precious, when you get a chance, I want you to request the box. I have another gentleman of color that has requested the box and may have an opinion and so forth. I want to be able to allow you in there. Please hold on for 1 second. I am going to, yes, I would love to bring in a Ben. Ben, please make sure that you know that there's no cursing, there's no drinking, smoking, or anything like that. I want to be able to get your full opinion, but definitely make sure it's a featured show. Hey, how you doing? Welcome.
Good to know that I don't cuss.
Did you have some opinion? What are you? Oh, we have
It,
also.
it
Okay, this is
it's a
great.
it's a good thing that I don't cuss. I was gonna say one of the things that actually is a big factor is the credibility of the witnesses that took the stand to begin with. In addition to that is the fact that you have to understand some of them might have gotten a deal from the federal government to actually testify. And some of them, while understand, self-incriminate themselves because they have immunity. So with that, regardless of what happened, and they do have it, right? From a jury perspective standpoint, you're still a criminal, regardless whether or not you testify about something, but you take part of it. At which point did you actually make a conscious decision to go with it? And that's one of the big impact on the case itself. In
Mm,
addition to that, there's too many deals. There's too many deals with too many witnesses to going on. And that's one thing. In addition to that, they had gone after the bigger crimes for maximum time and fumble.
Mhm.
Because the lesser crime, had they focused on them, they will have a better stand to actually add on to amount to the bigger crime, but they were going after the bigger crime and they dropped the lesser crime. So now, again, from a standpoint of a jury, and you look at it this way, you say, well, you accuse him of this and this and this and this. Now you completely take those out. What to tell me the bigger crime also verifiable? You see my point? So with that, the more they thrown out, the more shaky the case became. And that's another aspect of it. Not that they didn't have enough evidence, is the way they proceed with it and what they focus on. They focus on the RICO case, which is harder to prove than all the things they could have proven and for him to be convicted on.
Right.
And the other picture of that is as well, even if he's found guilty or not guilty, there's still a possibility of pardon, but we're not gonna touch that. That's also another thing, which is, well, we're not gonna touch that. But at the end of the day, what I'm saying is, he had a good defense, and they actually took every single witness that came on the stand, and the question every single one, and they actually questioned the motive, the reason why now they're coming out, and question the time frame for what that to happen, and question the reason for them to actually speaking against it now. And that was a bell. Why now? Why you doing it? Why now? And what are you getting out of it? Because some of them, they are getting something out of it. It's the publicity and et cetera, et cetera. But yeah, I'm gonna stop there.
No, but that's fine.
That's one of the things.
This is good. Thank you so much for everyone to be here. This is the Daily Dish with Dimples. We're here every Monday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you so much.
Hey, everybody.
Yes, hi. Thank you so much. So you all, we have something where this is a pilot where if someone has something to say, to share, they can request the box, just pending, those rules. Precious, we have Precious. We were talking about Diddy. The jury is deliberating today. There were instructions that were given, and not only instructions that were given, they were given for more than an hour. They are still not sequestered. They were told not to be able to listen or to read any stories. Now, Precious, you had came in. I wanted to be able to hear what you had to say. Hello.
Hello, love. I'm riddled with patience. But what I wanted to say, during this entire case, every question asked, every witness on the stand, it was mostly based upon his character. Sure, they do have evidence, but a lot of the evidence, a lot of the witnesses weren't permitted to come into the courtroom, and a lot of witnesses aren't heard, like the woman he shot, per se, things of that sort. All of his charges is one thing, but the way that the case has been presented in court, it's mostly about his character, not what he's done.
So, I mean, so the thing is, they've been relying a lot on his character, which may possibly insinuate his propensity to be able to do these certain things. Thank you so much. So they're using his character. They've shown the video in which he, there's domestic violence situation with Cassie, right? So they're using his character to say he's capable. So people are going to use those things to say they're capable. The jobs of the prosecution is to kind of make sure that they know that that person is possible to act this way, to do these things. So they're going to do and say and prove whatever they can to prove. That's what's going to happen. That's what the prosecution's job is to do. So if that's what their job is, then that's what their job is. But it's to go to prove what he's capable of doing, and all the evidence is used to back it. Thank you so much for all the gifts. Thank you so much for being here. So yes. So to answer just to address that, they use character, they use information behind it, but they have to say, okay, is this person capable? And if you remember, even with Cassie, let's talk about Cassie. The fact is, Cassie, she talked about enjoying them. She talked about the texting, them finding that information, the defense saying, hey, well, she wanted these things. I mean, what do y'all, I mean, even for you, Precious, or you all, what do you have to say about them utilizing Cassie to say, hey, she was involved? There's text messages saying that she wanted this or that she looked forward to it. We have,
Personally, I think it's unfair. I think it's unfair that she was able to testify at all. She was paid not to, but she was able to. I really don't see that as being fair. And again, most of her statements were based upon, again, I say, his character. Yeah, there were questions of was she witness this event and that event, but most of her questionnaires were based upon his character.
Okay, 6'6". What do, I mean, like, you know, we're looking at this. You all, the fact is, y'all, welcome to Daily Dish with Dimples. We're here every Monday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We have Mr. 6'6". We have Ben. We have Precious. We are all like just chiming in really to talk about Diddy. The fact that they are on deliberation right now. Now, the thing that was brought up was Precious saying that this is all based on character. The question is it not fair? 6'6" and 6'6", is it not fair to base some of these things in terms of what he's done? I mean, we have we have the domestic violence. Is it not fair to use this as character? I mean, is that not fair in your opinion? For regardless of the law, what do you think about that?
I mean, as far as ain't no fair when you talking about a woman being abused, right? And for a long period of time, everything is off the table when it comes to fair, right? Like now you prove what's true. But I think for me, I say it a lot in my streams, like your truth doesn't make it factual, right? And her truth may be that at certain times she wanted it and at others she didn't. But the truth of the matter is on his side that he was not always forcing her, that it wasn't something that he had to always coerce her to do. If anything, it could have been a suggestion and she was down for it. When you look at what these groups and these women, these men are receiving in regards to record deals, lump sums of money, places to stay, cars, gifts, access, clout. People do stuff in a moment, especially under the influence. So there's so many factors that go into what's truthful because, again, intoxication, bribery, all the things that were received, the tweaking of stories. Are you telling the full truth? And then you've been paid not to speak on certain things, but you still speak on certain things. It's just so much to where even if he was guilty, it was perfect for the defense to shut up and just not say anything because they did. I just don't think they did a good job.
You don't think the defense did a good job?
I will add to.
Yes,
I will add to this the fact that with what Cassidy's testimony did to the whole thing is it transformed it more on a domestic violence case than a sex trafficking case. When you focus on Cassidy itself, and the other thing to that is the defense failed to prove a criminal enterprise. It is in fact a criminal enterprise. When you focus on one person tendency and personality that have a violent tendency, that have a triggering impulse and controlling personality, it focus on one person, not a whole organization. And some people were unaware of which part play what, which part play which, and which make it less or not a very strong, without reasonable doubt, that it is a racketeering organization. And to that level, and that's why they were going for a slam dunk. For that being said, because of that, it's a whole shit. A whole. This is the thing. So at the end of the day, some people got hurt from it. There was domestic violence that happened. Those acts that was done can be condemned. On a moral aspect of it, there's certain things that should not have been done, period. Okay? And we call on agree to disagree with that. But at the end of the day, the way what presented and the period of time that it went on, and like you say, 666, the also the benefit that all of those people gain from it. At which point did you say, you know what, it's enough is enough, or I'm tired of this, or this is not for me? It doesn't take you 2 years, 3 years, 4 years to realize I'm out, or I'm getting that money, or I'm dipping, I'm good. You see? Because it goes on for years and you benefit as well from it. And which question, why now? Exactly.
Correct, correct. Oh my goodness. So listen, you all, this topic has been very big, right? It's been very big. It's almost 2 months. They started May, Cinco de Mayo. Cinco de Mayo,
Yes.
right? Cinco de Mayo, Queen Vampy's birthday. It started when Cinco de Mayo. So this is almost 2 months in the making. So many witnesses. It's been a lot going on, right? So we're going to probably bring this thing back. We're going to definitely bring this thing back because we have actually another guest. So listen, you all, I love to talk about this. And Mr. 6'6" and Ben Precious, thank you so much. It's important to be able to bring these opinions of people of color to it because it's very deep, it's very involved, it's very okay. And then it goes back to saying, hey, well, did this happen because he went against the chain, the liquor, the license, or all those other things? It has been said that men of color who go after certain things, like Bill Cosby wanting to get a network, R. Kelly was just blowing up. Is there something that comes against them? So is there like this, I don't know, this food pot that says we're going to come after you because you try to come into our industry. You trying to come for this and that. So there's a lot of things that are said about the reasons that Black men are targeted. High profile Black men are targeted. So we will be talking about this again. Yo, Ben, thank you so much. I'm going to have you come out of the box.
Always a pleasure.
Thank you so much for being here. Yes, thank you so much.
I'll ask you this, Queen Dimples.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you think that, it's all a big sham? Because literally, he has the one thing that R. Kelly and Bill Cosby didn't have, which is pardon from Trump waiting.
Say that one more time.
I say, do you think that it's very sufficient for this entire case to be a factor, knowing he has a pardon waiting for it?
Oh, well, that could be. Well, we don't know. We don't really know that. Isn't she have a beautiful, lovely voice? This is one of the most lovely voices I've ever heard. Please make sure you favor Fox's Precious. Please make sure you favor her. That will be seen because I think that was presented to Trump because people have been putting things out to Trump. Trump is the man that's supposed to be allegedly getting pardons to Black men, to famous Black men. And I don't remember what was said. Okay, but we can bring that back. Listen, Precious, for the moment, we'll bring that back because I think when we figure out if that happens, I will bring you back, right? We're going to get ready.
No problem, my beautiful
but this
queen.
is good. Of course, I love you.
Thank you for having me.
Anytime. Thank you. Listen, you all, I want to say, Mr. 6'6", y'all, this is the Daily Dish with Dimples. We are here every Monday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Mr. 6'6", please tell us when you stream, where you stream, and when we can find you. I want to say thank you so much for bringing what you brought. You understand your thoughts. Tell us when we can find you. When do you stream? What do we need to know about you?
Y'all can catch me early mornings, man, 6:30-ish to 8:30-ish in the Peanut Gallery, kicking it. Right after, I'm normally Monday through Friday. You can catch me on TikTok. I do topic streams. The official _ Mr. 6'6" there. And otherwise, I'm just bouncing around, man. I don't really, do topics over here anymore. So you'll catch me bouncing around and people like Dimples and other streams just kicking it. So it's a pleasure, Dimples. Thank you so much for having me. Can't wait to do it again.
Oh, yay. Well, yay. I love to hear that because people say that. I'll follow up on it real quick. You all, please make sure you favorite 6'6". Follow him on TikTok. Follow him on IG. Follow him because you will see that face again. You will see that face again. I'm so proud of you and everything you've done. I will continue to say that. I will never kick you out this box. Y'all make sure y'all favor him and I will see you soon. Oh my gosh. Wow. Y'all, great, right? So listen, you all, thank you so much for being here. This is the Daily Dish with Dimples. We're here every Monday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I say this all the time, fast. If you can't keep up, then you need to get a hearing aid or get a translator. Okay, get a translator. Okay. Anyway, I'm super duper excited, y'all. Favorite, the big D of the stream is Fox. Please favorite the number 1, 2, and 3. Favorite Fox. That's Boss Badge Fox. Favorite Jenny. Favorite Precious. Thank you so much for being here. Yes. So listen. Oh my gosh, I'm super excited. I know. So listen, you all. Savage, I got you. I'm gonna call up our next guest. Okay. But in the meantime, you all say hello real quick. Say hello to my newest general admin. That is Savage Wheezy. Please make sure that you have him favorited. He's been amazing. Thank you so much for being here. I love you. I appreciate you. He is instrumental. If you want to be a guest on the show, please favor him, hit him, follow me on IG. If I send you to Savage Wheezy, I send you to Savage Wheezy. I love you, bro. I'm going to have you out. And I'll see you soon. So listen, oh my goodness, everyone, thank you so much for being here. Y'all, if you didn't know, now you know that this is the hottest place to be at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Mondays. Yes, I'm super excited, y'all. This is a Daily Dish with Dimples. This is a homage show to Wendy Williams. Wendy Williams said, how you doing? Here it's, how you dimpling? Yes, how you dimpling? Now listen, I got to go to a different spot because the way I got for this man, you all, what I love about this is that we have energy. Yes, I love that we have energy. I love that we have different things we communicate. Yeah, not Wendy, but Wendy. Yes. So I'm super excited, you all, because we have correspondence. We have the side D. Y'all, this is the Daily Dish. It's all about the D. This is the place where you can actually like get all the T, like the D, the Daily Dish is play all the D's, but you can get all of the D, the dish on celebrities, and not get pregnant and not get any STDs. You understand? Yes. So I'm super excited, you all, because we have correspondents. Our correspondents are all content creators, and I love that about them because they're exciting content creators. So listen, I'm gonna get out the way because you all, we have this fantastic opportunity to be able to share something super exciting that a lot of people don't know about, but I'm super excited about it. Listen, if you do not know him, he is King Goober. He has his own show called Goob Talk Fridays at 7 p.m. And I'm super excited because he gets a chance to bring what is so exciting to the world, to us. It is our very own King Goober. He does our wrestling segment. He does wrestling. It is King Goober.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, you all, we have a wrestling segment. King Goober, bring yourself here. Come talk to us about.
Are you ready?
Sorry, I couldn't miss. I had to.
Hi. Hello. Thank you so much for being here, you all. This is King Goober. King Goober does our wrestling segment. You all, if you don't know, wrestling is an international franchise. I'm talking about kids, older people, everything. Dagger, welcome, everyone. Please, if you do not have favorite King Goober, you all, thank you so much for being here. King Goober is our wrestling correspondent, and he has the most energy about it. Favorite. Touch his name and hit favorite. King Goober, how are you today?
Thank you so much. I'm good, Dr. Sis. I'm good. How are you? Thank you so much for having me.
I'm amazing. Beautiful. Yes, well, real quick, please make sure that you favorite King Goober, favorite Queen Vampy. Queen Vampy has a featured show. So King Goober is a part of the Vancouver correspondency, is Vampy and Goober. Please make sure you favorite Queen Vampy as well. She has her featured show, and that's every Tuesdays at 12 a.m. And that's called, yes, that's the Melody. She is amazing and she loves music. King Goober.
Yes. If you're not in the East Coast, though, it's tonight.
Okay.
It's only at midnight on the East Coast. Monday to Tuesday. So if you're in the Pacific, that's 9 p.m. If you're Central, that's 11. If you're Mountain Time, I have no clue.
Okay.
I haven't memorized Mountain Time. I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry. I don't know who does Mountain Time. Listen, King Goober, tell us what is new in the wrestling world. We have not had opportunity to see you, but y'all, wrestlers are celebrities too. So if you're wondering why King Goober is here talking about wrestling, because they're celebrities too. Yo, tell us what we got on the docket. What are we talking about with our wrestling segment today?
Well, okay, before we get to that, because I got a few things to talk about, I am going to touch base on what you just said. Wrestling's been around since since what feels like the dawn of time. Pro wrestling was getting popularized in the 20s, the 30s, the 40s. In the 50s and 60s and the 70s, there were territories. It became mainstream, I believe, in the 80s when pretty much Vince McMahon decided to take, or as I like to call him, White Diddy, decided to take the entire territory. So we're all in some way or another been influenced by pro wrestling. If you don't believe me, I'm sure you've seen Hulk Hogan in movies when he was in that. Sure, you've seen The Rock. They all came from wrestling. Okay, so all right. So just want to touch on that. All right. So with that being said, we touched base. So I believe you and Queen Lala touched base on this last week about what's going on in the Middle East with Iran and Israel and right. All that, right? So the reason I bring that up is because this past weekend was, I believe, called Night of Champions. All right. Where was it held, you might ask?
Where was it held?
Right there in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia.
Wow.
Right in between where the conflict is. You see that right there? You see
wow.
You see Iran, and then you see there's Damascus, there's Iraq in the middle, everything on what's going on in the world. So that's where WWE was this past weekend.
In Saudi Arabia?
Yup. So in the last week, I believe Tuesday of last week, there were staff members, WWE staff members flew to Saudi Arabia to set up. Unfortunately, they were stuck in Qatar. I think I'm pronouncing that right.
Qatar, yes.
Yeah, so they got stuck. They were stuck in the Qatar because they closed off the airspace because of what's going on. Now, I did find out there was a ceasefire. So everything seemingly was going to be okay, but it was really concerning to the point where, let me just get to it real quick. And if you'd like me to touch base on what's going on, I have a little recap of what's going on with Iran and whatnot, if you need me to.
Yeah, I only as it pertains to the fact that they had an event there. That's the only thing we'll touch on, because, you know, we dibble and dabble sometime, but no, that's very interesting. Just the fact that they are that close to what's going on or being affected. I mean, what happens globally, it does affect what happens internationally, of course. So what was it? This was this battle that took place in Saudi Arabia, and were there major players but thank you for pointing that out, because you all, this is, while we do talk about celebrities and so forth like that, like the real world is going on around us continuously, and it's clearly, as he said, Qatar's airspace was shut down. So we got wrestlers. Everyone, welcome. This is the Daily Dish with Dimples. We're here every Monday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Our featured show is over at 3 p.m. If you're new here, hit the star at the top to favorite me. Please make sure you favorite King Goober. King Goober is our wrestling correspondent. Yes, it's super exciting. We have a wrestling correspondent. So listen, and so forth. We have, what was the name of this battle that was in Saudi Arabia?
The event or the actual?
The event.
That's called Night of Champions.
The Night of Champions. Okay. So how long do they stay there? Are they still there, or is that the quick event?
So they were there for, I don't believe they're there anymore. I think they did leave. I don't think they're there. They're going to be there for Raw tonight. Okay. I could be wrong, but from what I gathered, the staff went there in the beginning of the week last week, and then the stars arrived because they were scheduled to be there for SmackDown. SmackDown is Fridays. Okay. The event was Saturday, the day after. So I believe probably maybe like Thursday or Friday, they came in. I'm not sure how they were able to, or if they were able to leave Qatar. I'm not sure. I couldn't find details on that. However, let me just look for it real quick. They're back in. So it was actually so concerning that WWE had to send their top executive to calm the locker room down before the risky Saudi Arabia flight. Okay, so with heightened tensions in Middle East surrounding Night of Champions 2025, WWE has taken extra steps to ease concerns within the roster. So according to PW Insider, John Gabarick, the executive who oversees WWE's Saudi Arabia events, flew from Riyadh to personally meet with the talent before they boarded the charter flight to the kingdom. His presence was meant to reassure the locker room that the trip would proceed as planned and would be no different from previous visits to the region. Okay, so this follows the unease stemming from the Israel-Iran conflict with the whole missiles and Qatar and all that stuff. So that's why they sent John over there, because he's a guy that oversees, like I said. So they wanted to kind of reassure the talent, all the wrestling, all the superstars, that everything's going to be fine. But there were a lot of concerns on it. Fortunately, everything was fine. There were actually, the only issue was during the event, there was a power outage for like 15, 25 minutes. So during the first match, and if you'd like to know what the matches were that night, I'm happy to say that.
Yes, let's hear the matches. Were there any people that we know? Is there any people that, Tweety, any people that know you all? This is King Goober. King Goober is our wrestling correspondent, you all. We have several correspondents, wrestling correspondent. And King Goober is speaking on the course. Yes, he is speaking on the fact that they actually had, Saudi Arabia was somewhere in which the Night of Champions was held. The Night of Champions were held. Hold on one second.
Yes. So, yes. And okay, Scotty just confirmed for me. Yes, they are going to be in the U.S. and the States back for tonight's Raw Triple J. All right. So for the card that went down in Night of Champions, we have as follow. Okay. Let me see. It's not in order. That's interesting. Okay. Well, the first match was the King of the Ring tournament final. They have the King of the Ring. Basically what that is, if you're not familiar, it's a tournament, basically, with the winner receiving the title King of the Ring,
Okay.
and then also receiving a title shot for a major premium live event called SummerSlam. Later in the next couple weeks. Now, so with that being said, it was Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes. Okay.
Cody Rhodes.
That's right. We had the Legend Killer himself against the Mr. Kingdom himself. So just a warning for those of you that haven't seen it and that want to see it, spoilers. Okay. So if you need to, go ahead and turn it down a little bit, but I will be saying spoilers. Cody Rhodes did win that match. He is the King of the Ring and will be getting a title shot against John Cena at SummerSlam. And then actually what I loved about it, after that match, Randy Orton actually teased a heel turn, basically teasing to be a bad guy again, which he's a really good bad guy. Just so good. Okay. All right. So next up, all right, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I don't remember the rest of the order, but so I'm just gonna go down like this, okay? So we had Sami Zayn versus Karrion Kross. Now this one was interesting because originally it was supposed to be Dominic Mysterio, Rey Mysterio's son, putting his Intercontinental title on the line against AJ Styles. Unfortunately, Dominic Mysterio got hurt, so they had to replaced it with Sami Zayn versus Karrion Kross. Okay. I was really, because Karrion Kross is such a great worker and he hasn't gotten that push that we all want him to get. So unfortunately he did lose to Sami Zayn, because in Saudi Arabia, that's his nickname over in Saudi Arabia is Sammy Hogan, because they love him over there. So he's not going to lose a Saudi Arabia event. That's not going to happen. The next fight was Rhea Ripley versus the WWE Women's Tag Team Champion Raquel Rodriguez in a street fight. Rhea Ripley ended up winning that one. Even with Raquel even ended up getting help from a friend to try to turn the tide. Rhea still dominated, put her through a table. It was awesome. I loved it. It was great. Next we had the United States Championship match. Featuring Jacob Fatu, all gas, no brakes, yada me, versus Solo Sikoa. Okay, this was a crazy matchup. We had interference after interference. We had Solo mocking Jacob, which was hilarious. If you're not familiar with Solo Sikoa, he's great. Solo ended up winning the title. Jacob was the defending champion. Solo beat Jacob after multiple interferences from JC Mateo. Then we had a return from Tanga Loa, okay, who was out due to injury for a up and moving because I was genuinely concerned for his health. And then if that wasn't good enough, if that wasn't shocking enough, we debut by one of Tangaloa's brothers, came from New Japan Pro Wrestling, previously known as Hikuleo. They changed his name, something similar to that. And it was phenomenal. This dude is huge. Okay, 7 foot tall. All right, 7 foot tall Tongan. I'm gonna say it again. 7 foot tall Tongan.
Listen, if you all do not know, this is King Goober. This is King Goober. You all, this is our wrestling segment. This is the Daily Dish with Dimples, and we are here every Monday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is the only show that is a featured show that has at least 3 other featured content show. They have their own featured show. We also have King Goober. He is a content creator. He has Goob Talk every Fridays at 7 p.m. You can't get as much content creators as you have right here between 2 and 3 p.m. King Goober does the wrestling segment here. You all, wrestling has been around for ages, and it is celebrated. People love it. And he is giving us a rundown of all the juice and the tea with celebrities. Yo, celebrities they're also into wrestling, okay? So guess what? We take the time to talk about,
Vanessa Hudgens is a huge wrestling fan.
Yes,
Travis Scott is actually training. He wants to wrestle.
Travis Scott?
Yup. He was there at WrestleMania. He's the reason why John Cena won the belt. He slapped the dog shit out of Cody Rhodes. Okay, he legit. It was the slap around the world. It made Rose Flip slap sound like a little touch, a little tickle. Okay, because that, oh my god, all the wrestlers reacted to, like, if that was me, I would be beating Travis Scott's donkey, if you know what I mean. What's another word for donkey, y'all? All right, so yeah, that was that. Yeah, no, there are lots of celebrities that love wrestling. All kinds.
Yeah.
It's such a
big deal.
Yeah, it's very entertaining. It's larger than life characters. It's storylines. It's basically a soap opera with fighting scenes, and they do their own stunts. That's it. That's basically what pro wrestling is. Soap opera with fights, and they do their own stunts. That is it. Okay. So it's phenomenal. I just want to get finish this up because I'm almost done with this. We had the last women's standing match for the WWE Women's Championship match with the champion Tiffany Stratton versus Nia Jax. So that was a pretty good match. Tiffany did ended up defeating Nia Jax to retain the belt.
Good for her.
I'm gonna jump back to Tiffany in a second because wrap it up. She actually is receiving heat for a possible racist comment. So I'm gonna get to that in a second.
Yes.
Seemingly racist because some people are saying it is, some people are saying it isn't. We'll let you guys decide. All right.
So before I get to that portion, don't move. I'm going to wrap up the feature portion because by the time Emoji J comes back, we'll be done with the feature portion. Everyone, this has been the Daily Dish with Dimples. We are here every Monday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please make sure you favorite King Goober. He also has his own talk show, Goob Talk, and that is Fridays at 7 p.m. Yes.
Which Dimples will be a part of soon.
What? Yes.
You're already booked. You forgot.
Yeah, I am booked. No. Listen, I know. I'll be in my spiel. I'll be in my spiel. Anyway, listen, favorite him. He has a great show in which I will be on. I think it's the 25th of July or something. I don't know. I don't know.
It's in the sheets.
Don't talk to me about this stuff. Where's my admin? Admin. Listen, I love you. We're going to be wrapping up the feature portion, but we're going to have King Goober finish telling us who else. Yes. Thank you. I am going to be on his show. Can you favorite Goober and confirm the dates for me, admin? You all make sure you favorite.
You can also confirm her Vampy because she's also one of my admins.
Oh, awesome. Yes, yes, Vampy. So Vampy will be the Queen Vampy. Please make sure you favorite, y'all favor each other. Savage, favor her. Thank you so much. I appreciate y'all. Whoo, needed an admin. So listen, King Cooper is going to finish going over y'all. I love wrestling. He is our wrestling correspondent. Please favor him. He's going to finish going over some wrestling information and news before we wrap up for today. Take it away.
Okay, so I think honestly just two more matches, if I'm not mistaken. We had the Women's United States Championship with Zelina Vega. Representing us Latin people, okay, representing Puerto Rico, Boricua, and then versus Julia representing Japan. So that was an insane match. They're both very talented. Julia ended up defeating Zelina to capture the Women's United States belt. And this is only the third champion. The U.S., the Women's U.S. and the Women's Intercontinental are fairly new. There for the Women's Intercontinental, there's only been two champions, and for the Women's United States, there's only been three. With Julia's win, she's the third champion. Okay, so it's fairly new. It's fairly new.
Okay.
The last one I want to say was I saved the best for last. We had the undisputed WWE Championship with John Cena, the champion, okay, defending his belt against a longtime rival, CM Punk. Okay, the voice of the voiceless against the GOAT, the best in the world versus the greatest of all time. It was such a thank you so much. It was such a great match, so fantastically, just everything that they did, the charisma that these two have were phenomenal. John Cena ended up winning. Because Seth Rollins came to interview. He has the Money in the Bank briefcase. What that is, basically, it's a briefcase that has a contract. That contract, what that pertains is he can cash in and get a championship match any day, any time, and pretty much anywhere. Okay, wow. So like, yeah, so they were in the middle of a match. Seth Rollins came. He was actually planning on cashing it in and making it a triple threat. Unfortunately, he got interrupted, and it didn't work out. But because of all that distraction, John Cena was able to catch CM Punk off guard and pin him 1, 2, 3. So that's pretty much the Night of Champions. I do want to go back to Tiffany Stratton because yeah, she is under fire over comments made to a black man.
Okay.
So so the reason she's under more fire now because last year in May of 2024, Tiffany Stratton reposted a video of her hitting Jade Cargill on her Instagram story. Okay. Now, just for context of this, right? For those of you that aren't familiar, who don't know who Jade Cargill is, she's another wrestler. She is black. Okay. And a phenomenal athlete, by the way. Like I don't think I mentioned that. She actually had a match in Night of Champions against Asuka, and Jade ended up winning, and she is now the Queen of the Ring. And she gets a title shot as well in SummerSlam. So big shout out to her. So back to what I was saying. This video, which was made by a fan, had the voiceover of, okay, we're not featured anymore.
Right.
Okay, so I'm just reading what it says, okay? Don't kill me. I'm just reading here, okay? This video made by a fan, okay, had the voiceover of a black bitch over it.
What?
Along with the slap sound. Stratton faced backlash from fans over this and had to delete it. So basically, what it was is that, yeah, someone edited the video and voiced over it. During an interview, she was asked about the video and she addressed it. Says that it was an honest mistake. She did it instantly as soon as she heard it. It was an honest mistake, according to her. Now, a year later, fans are on social media calling the women's champion racist. Reason being because okay, so it wasn't Night of Champions. Actually, the night before on SmackDown, because it was an exchange. She referred to him. Hold on, let me just go to it real quick. Give me 1 second. He was talking his ish, you know, as fans do, and she pretty much silenced him and called him. Oh, did she freeze?
Yeah, I'm in the elevator.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So she reportedly.
Yes, don't mind.
So she reportedly called him boy, and everyone is on her because a fan did write that calling someone a boy is not racist. Another fan posted the following answer from AI. Okay, so this is what the AI word. So it says the word boy can be used as a racist term, particularly when referring. I'm just gonna pull this up so y'all could read that from there. I this is really wrong. Okay, I don't agree with this at all. But this is what that is right there. Okay, so she's facing heat from that, and everyone, yeah, a lot of people are calling her out to be a racist for that comment. I'll let you guys decide if that is if she is or she isn't, because like yeah, that. I guess depending on who you call boy can really, yeah, that's not right at all. She is facing heavy backlash. I'm expecting to hear more information about it, probably maybe an apology from Tiffany Stratton, because WWE is very adamant on like they don't tolerate that kind of stuff. CM Punk tweet like 10 years ago about Saudi Arabia, and WWE actually planted a fan in Saudi Arabia at the kickoff on Friday, I believe, before SmackDown. They planted him there so that he can get CM Punk to apologize to the fan in Saudi Arabia for his tweet, which he ended up doing. But we found out that it was planted. It was a plan. It was WWE's plan just to calm tensions between Saudi Arabia fans and CM Punk. So with that being said, yeah, WWE is very, very, very adamant on like this kind of thing. So definitely expect an apology from her soon. Whether she means it or not, I don't know. Because she has that vibe sometimes, so I'm not sure. But that's pretty much, yeah. That's what I have for y'all today.
Let me ask you real quick, Triple G. Triple G, can you, is there anything you want to weigh in? I'd love to get with people. Can you come in and weigh in on any of this information? I need to take just 5, but I want to be able to have things going or maybe a conversation. Could you weigh in on any of these things? Are you aware, and could you weigh in? Oh, I love it. Okay, you all. I love my people. So listen, I'm going to have you weigh in on this, you all. This is the after show, okay? Daily Dish with Dimples. I'm going to charge up. We have Triple G. You all, there are fans of wrestling here. Triple G, please have a conversation. Let's discuss some of these things, especially with. Yeah, don't move. Especially with her calling. She did call her a bitch.
So last year, a fan reposted a video and edited it and had a voiceover. And called her that, and then also put a slap. Now, the reason she received backlash last year for is because Tiffany reposted it, and according to her, when she was asked about it, she said that it was an honest mistake. She didn't know about the voiceover until 20 seconds after she posted it.
Yep.
Okay, you remember this, Triple? I'll be right back, you all.
Yeah, because in any sports, doesn't matter what it is, you got to be careful what you say. Because people will flip it around. They will change your words around so quick. Yeah. Just like the voiceover, just like people would take your picture and what they call that thing they do with pictures.
Oh, the AI, they move them out.
Yes. They would take your pictures, make it look like you, and it's really not you, and all that stuff. So you got to be careful. Now, the match between Solo Sikoa and them, I got to say, bro, I know you like your chaos, but I still say Solo should have won that.
Solo did win that.
I know. Jacob should have retained. I wanted Jacob to win that. I want him to hold the title just a little bit longer to make it interesting. But that match with John Cena and them, I had thought that Seth Rollins cashed it in because the one the announcer said Seth got screwed. I thought he cashed it in.
He didn't. He was trying to, but then he got laid out, and along with the briefcase, and then just all that chaos.
Man.
No, they're not actually. They're gonna tease that, and I feel like we'll get a few of those, but I really feel like I would be shocked if Seth Rollins cashes it in pretty early. I think he's gonna hold it on for a little while, just because right now, like, it's not needed. Cody just won King of the Ring, so he's gonna have his rematch with Cena in SummerSlam.
Right. So I'm thinking that Seth Rollins might cash in on Gunther.
I'm thinking
he might.
I don't know, because there's also reports. So spoilers, right?
Right.
There's reports that Roman Reigns will be returning SummerSlam. Yep. Unfortunately, though, it's just a one-off, because after SummerSlam, he's going to be flying to Australia to film a movie. He's actually going to be on. He's going to be in Street Fighter.
That's going to be a while.
Because it's not scheduled to come out until like next year or the year after that. But Roman Reigns is scheduled to play Akuma in the new movie Street Fighter. Jason Momoa is going to be Blanca, which is going to be dope. But yeah, so the report is after SummerSlam, Roman Reigns will make a return. They did, in the report that I read, they were saying it definitely expect some type of like maybe moniker change or a tweak to his persona. They were finally finding different ways of like how to kind of like keep the tribal chief, but maybe elevate it more, like evolve his character even more and whatnot. So he is going to have a significant role in SummerSlam, but after SummerSlam, it's reported that he is going to take another time off just so that he's able to film a movie. So yeah, so with that being said, I don't know if Rollins is going to cash in on Gunther and Goldberg. I don't even think it's needed because they're trying to have that Gunther versus Goldberg, just too big, like beasts of men and just going head to head, because you had Goldberg, who was the dominating champion of the 90s, and then you got Gunther, who's the dominating champion of today. So that's going to be a great match. Dimples will be right back. She'll be right back. She just stepped away. But yeah, so
the tag team titles. I didn't see that.
Not cancel it. You can end the recording.
Did they defend the tag team titles? I missed that part.
What?
The tag team titles.